So when you walked on set on Freaks and Geeks first day, what was the anxiety level?
I remember it very well. I went to my trailer. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I saw Jason Segel. I said hi to him. They were filming the ending dance scene,
Right.
which is truly one of the greatest endings of any pilot I've ever seen. The Come Sail Away.
For sure, yeah.
So they were filming all that, but I was like too nervous. I was just gonna go where they told me, so I just stayed out at the village, where all the trailers were, and kind of like smoked cigarettes and like looked at scripts and like tried to see who was around and if there was anyone to talk to. And Linda came at some point and said hi. But she was in the middle of like a very busy day, and
right.
God,
so you and
I just tried to play it cool, Sam. I didn't want anyone on the loudspeaker saying we've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Cut. Let's get her out of here. So I just was like, wherever they tell me to go, whatever they tell me to do. Put my wardrobe on, hair, makeup, just sat there and waited. And then toward the end of the day, they called me in, and Linda was already wrapped. Everyone was already basically wrapped, and they just did the side looking at us. And so we had to act, as if we were watching them dance. But
right.
And I'd never done that before. And they just told me where to look, and then I, did the little bit, and that was it. And I remember just the relief. And I remember driving home on those freeways that I didn't know on the east side because I was fairly new to Los Angeles, and just feeling, at dusk kind of, and just feeling this overwhelming sense of like, this is the place, man. And did it.
And it's crazy that your first experience ever is on a show that was way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And to land there and have that be the model, the safest, most wonderful place for a young actor to land.
It truly, truly was. It was like the very, very best version of what that thing could be, especially for a 19-year-old young woman starting in this industry, because, I was protected from the body stuff. That didn't come till later, like the weight stuff and you're not good enough the way that you look and all of those things. Like that, those guys had none of that thing. And then also those guys, Judd and Paul and Jake, were incredibly empowering to all of us in terms of making us feel, even though we were all young actors, that our ideas were valid and that this was a place for collaboration, which on a network television show, especially in 1997,
right,
was like, I had no idea how crazy that was.
Well, that's the strange thing, is that that's what you think television is at that point.
Right.
And that's your blueprint, and then it ends so quickly.
I know, it was such a bummer. I remember hysterically crying multiple times about it. I remember going to the wrap party, which was really fun, and we did karaoke, and I got wasted because, I was 20.
That's just what you do.
I was 20, excited to be there with the alcohol. And I remember my boyfriend at the time, Colin Hanks, was driving me home in his car. And I was wearing this pink wig, and I was like hysterically crying. And he was like, it's gonna be fine, you'll work. And I was like, you don't understand. This was it. Like, this was everything. I like lost my shit in the car. I'm sure freaking him out. I also had a disposable camera with me, and I took a selfie. Of me crying with the wig on, like the whole thing.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was really hard for me.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, then why not subscribe? Click right here for lots more off camera. And if you want to see the hour-long version of these conversations, I'm going to give you the secret link. Here it is, offcamera.com. Check it out.